The Housewives of Potomac, season 9 episode. I can't remember, but anyway, it was called Hard Launch, Soft Landing. All right, so normally they do like this little montage of a couple people. I do remember something about Stacy and Mia, but who cares? We start off with Stacy and TJ, and they are at Stacy's apartment, her little home away from home, because she's getting a divorce and everything. So slowly easing her way out. You know what I'm saying? So TJ is there with her, and they are doing a little paint. I would say sipping paint, but he ain't sipping, he ain't smoking, he ain't doing. So this is, all they can do is just hang out and talk. Like, pretty much do what friends do, just don't have the sex part of it, right? So she's explaining to him how the girls are just laughing at their, friendship and his celibacy or whatever, because how is he this grown ass man and he gonna be a celibate and da 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 da. Like, girl, he lying, like running game on you basically. So, of course TJ laughed it off, like, who cares? They ain't laughing at me, they laughing at God. So, I mean, pretty much, I think we can gather that TJ is just a little bit on the corny side, which isn't a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just he's on that side. Or, I'm not sure if Stacy has caught the hint that the girls might think, like, okay, it's not that he's, maybe sleeping around on you, just because he ain't sleeping with you don't mean he ain't sleeping with nobody else. It's the gaydar is kind of clicking, but we're not sure if it's landing. You know what I'm saying? But it's, but I don't think she's catching that drift. You know what I'm saying? She ain't seeing it. So at this point, Ashley, Giselle, and Karen are going to meet up at Ashley's house for a little lunch date. And, before Karen get there, of course, the girls is talking about, like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Karen, we got to talk to her about this issue she got going on. It's about 5 days until the court date. And the court date, they actually put it up, which was June 4th, 2024. So what, a couple months ago? And that doesn't mean I was sentencing or anything. That can just be arraignment or pretrial. You know what I'm saying? We're not exactly sure what kind of trial date it actually was, but you have to go through arraignment, guys, and there's a pretrial, and then there's another pretrial with all the negotiations and research and investigation going on before we end up at a sentencing, right? But either way, something about some olive oil and lemon drink that Ashley was drinking. She's just trying to be a little bit more healthy these days and pulling her mama in, which we'll get to Miss Sheila later. And Karen shows up. They do have, just pretty much a small little talk where Karen is deflecting again, which of course Giselle points out in her confessional, and just kind of says, you know what, she's doing fine and all such and such and such, but she just mad at how Mia was trying to, say that she basically was trying to telling Karen that she needed to go to rehab and things like that. And Karen like, nah, Mia the one that had the opioid addiction and this and this and that. So that's why she opened the clinics, boop, which we'll talk about that later as well. But, Karen, it leads back into the court thing. She knows there's days away. So, of course, she can't talk about it, blah, blah, blah. But when it comes to Mia, like, well, girl, it's all over the internet. So it's not like I'm just telling people your business when it's business on the street. So whatever. Just Karen just, deflect some more. Let's change the subject. And let's talk about Jamal. So Giselle's like, Jamal is fine. He got him a new girlfriend, current wife. And, the kids found out, I guess maybe not in the most traditional way or whatever, but either way, She wishes him the best, and Karen just wants Giselle to find her a man and stop, you know, lollygagging or whatever out here in these streets with these young boys or whatever. Like, you need to settle down and get you a man, girl. We slide over to Miss Wendy, or should I say Dr. Wendy, and her family. They're going out to eat. The kids are having it's like a celebration for the kids. It's graduation time, because remember, Giselle girls did their graduation, so it's the end of the school year, June. Okay, makes sense. Her little ones is growing up nice and smart and big and strong. Mama over there acting up as usual, talking about she needs some allowance. She missing her allowance. You know, cultures, you know, whatever on Wendy's family. Kids take care of their parents once, you know, they reach of age and their success and blah, 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 blah. So, of course, Big Mama is over there like, you know, y'all need to be taking care of me. Where my money? Okay. And Wendy like, well, besides trying to give you some dang money, Mom, I got my actual birthday party is coming up. I think it's going to be a white theme party, if I'm not mistaken. And she going to invite Eddie's folks, because, you know, the family dynamic on Eddie's side is a little bit strained because he married somebody that they really didn't approve of, pretty much, long story short. So if I invite them to this party, I hope that everybody can get along. So that's what we're going to lead up to. And they ain't never met the kids. I kind of forgot about that. Like, dang. So they can actually see the kids and, you know, talk to her mom too. Because I guess really the beef started with the mamas. Had the mamas not been beefing, then maybe everything would have been fine. Oh yeah, I thought it was a little cute with the kids trying to tell them that they need master's degrees. If they don't get no master's degree, then you don't get no money, you know, inheritance. So I thought that was just kind of cute. Shoot, cute and serious at the same time. Cause you know Grandma would play it. We kind of go to Ashley and her mama next. So Ashley and Miss Sheila, you know, they're just kind of talking, kicking the bobos, kids running around, and, you know, going into relationship talk because, you know, Ashley is going through her divorce. She says that they're doing some mediation thing coming up with their lawyers, so things should be rolling fast for her. So she's thinking that she should be done by the time June comes in the timeline of the show, because June has passed, and I technically don't think there was an announcement. So I think they are technically still married. We'll have to look into that somewhere. I'm, you know, look it up somewhere. But either way, you know, Miss Sheila's still with that man. Ashley was just, you know, they were kind of, I guess, doing the same thing to each other, which was encouraging one another to, you know, be better. And hopefully her mama leave that man, because basically it sounds like he ain't changed, and her mama still taking care of him while Ashley taking care of her. I'm like, okay, whatever. Hopefully they figure it out. And plus, you know, mama got some heart disease thing going on, so Ashley just want her mama to be healthy. So that's where all this, you know, dragging her mama in on her green juice and all that other crap. You know, we roll around to this party, Jazzy. So Jazzy is having a party for her man. He, you know, won the Super Bowl. I think his third one. I can't even, because I think was the last one the Chiefs or something. So was he on that team at the time? So I don't know what team he on exactly right now. But either way, that's kind of irrelevant to this situation, because, I mean, it was his party, but as we know, you invited the girls, which means they gonna have their own little parties. Because there's always got to be an argument somewhere, right? Or a misunderstanding, or I got to bring it up now type thing, right? But, I mean, this episode, it wasn't that bad because it didn't go that far. So, you know, Jazzy actually, before Darius gets here, I think Ink and Mia was the first ones to show up. So, like Ink, Giselle, Ashley, something like that. And they were looking at Ink. He is short because it's the first time seeing him. So they're like, okay, he is a little pint size. Okay, whatever. Cute. Giselle was just wondering about Gordon, like, how's Mr. G doing? And y'all little triangle entanglement thing going. And of course, Mia and her excuses of whatever her stories, like, oh, everything's fine and Gordon's good and boopity boop boop. We're just hanging out. Whatever. We're all good. One happy big family. Now, this part, I'm not sure. I must have missed something because I did rewind it, but maybe I didn't. I should have rewinded it again because I was still confused as to how Kay came in with her husband saying hi to everybody. Everybody say hi. And then comes up to Mia like, oh, so remember that comment about my boyfriend being a drug dealer and all this stuff? Well, that's my boyfriend. And everybody was kind of like, we know that man is not a drug dealer. Mia was talking about like past relationships. So of course they run the footage where she said something about your drug dealer boyfriend. So she didn't necessarily say ex on it. So I guess Kay just automatically assumed you just talking about my man that I got right now, or fiance. Are they fiance? I can't remember. But either way, it didn't go nowhere because it was like Mia shut it down real quick. Like, girl, what nobody caring about? I wasn't talking about him. I could see that he got a job and whatever. So Kay didn't have nothing else to say after that and kind of just walked away. It was like it was over from there. Wendy walks in, Karen and pretty much all the other ladies get there. TJ and Stacy walk in, and TJ is bubbly. Like I wrote, TJ is bubbly because that's just kind of, he's just he's a good ball of energy. I will say that. I don't know if it's, how people, they act just to try to get so that people don't focus too much on certain things about you. Like I feel like, I don't know, that's how TJ kind of gave me that vibe. Like, dude, I know you an actor, but is you really acting or whatever? Like, you know what I'm saying? You putting up a front right now, or is this really you? So maybe that is really him, his personality. Wendy meeting him, and she's like, yeah, he's exactly what I imagine him to be. TJ, because Wendy said my man, he was like, yep, you know what I'm saying? That's what I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, I'm like, he really corny in a way. It's just what I'm like, dude, okay, I could probably hang out with you. But date you or something, like Stacey trying to date you? Oh, no. You gonna be stuck in the friend zone because, dude, it's, Yeah, and while he explaining how, they're just good friends and not physical, Eddie, of course, was sitting there like, well, it's always good to be friends with your wife and your spouse, or before you become a wife, right? So, whatever. We move over to Jazzy, and she's kind of giving a little speech because her man walked in by this time, Darius. So he's saying hi to everybody. Woo. So she gets on the mic to say thank you for coming, and I love him, and cheers to Darius. He went to the White House, and yeah, whatever. So Mia and Karen now. Mia and Karen, it was like a small talk to the side where I think the girls who gathered around, because it was like everybody was swarming around like, ooh, let's see what's going to go down. Like, goodness gracious, can we breathe and talk for Christ's sakes? Like, if I'm going to throw a drink or something, then I'll do it, but I need some room. But either way, basically, Mia's like, girl, I am not no drug addict. I never went to no rehab or whatever. I did have my little problem, but I cured it with the chiropractic. And she explained that in the confessional. Sometimes after, some time after having her son, can't remember which one, it was a C-section, so they give you painkillers, right, for any surgery that you have. She liked them. Got a little bit out of control. Had to go fix it instead of rehab. That's what she did. Okay, it worked for her. So she ended up opening up clinics to help other people. Okay, cool. Karen basically apologizes for being messy, basically, because she was doing it on purpose because she didn't like the way Mia was coming at her. Like, you doing all this digging at me and, telling people all these lies. So I'm going to go low. And I said it. And I think I'll just take it back that I went too far. So I'm like, okay, whatever. What is it? We'll take the apology. We'll hug it out. We'll be our little whatever friends that we was. I actually wrote this down. Karen apologizes for going as low as the balls hang. Just digging at Mia. And they kept digging too right after they apologized to each other, because right after the balls hang, because you know all about the balls. Oh yeah, and then you know about, you know what I'm saying, this and this and that. And I'm like, really? Right, just throwing shots at each other for no reason. But that's the name of the game. And Karen don't want to lose, pretty much is how I see it. She don't like to lose. Maybe neither does Mia. Can take whatever she takes. But Karen don't like to lose or back down. All right, so Miss Karen, the party's over next day or whatever day. And she goes to meet up with her cousin, one of her favorite cousins from Surrey County. Having some lunch, kicking the bobos. I think her court date is about 2 days away at this point. So the stress and things is just building up, but she's just trying to stay positive and things of that nature. She explains to him that, she thinks her stress and grief started with raised taxes. And we bring this up on timeline wise so that we can kind of get a clear thing on this, because we know it's been some time, right? 2018, raised taxes. 2018, mommy and daddy get sick. 2018, we got to move out our house and move to a new house. So that's a lot of events in a year for something to happen to somebody, right? Okay. Over those years, she just is saying that, maybe she just didn't deal with the grief like she was supposed to. She suppressed it, whatever, but kept it trucking through it all, even with dealing with Ray and his stuff. Just kept trucking and doing it all because she wanted to be strong and all this stuff, right? But the night of the accident, things just came to a head. And that is how she just knew that just something was wrong. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm not, I want to be, it's not funny, but it's like, okay. You know what I'm saying? 2018, 2024. Okay. I mean, you can grieve all your life, like, honestly. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the cousin was like, all right, I don't know if it was the cousin asked or was it the confessionals? Because, like, what was it that made what was it about that night that made all this come to a head like that for you to end up crashing? And, I don't want to incriminate you, Miss Karen, because your cousin just incriminated you, which, Lord, I was like, no, why he say this? Because she says, before he even says stuff like this, you know, okay, the accident happened, da, 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 but I don't want to talk about it. I done said too much already. So the cousin steps in. He's like, yeah, I was on the phone with you when you crashed. I was on the phone with you. I was on the phone with you when you crashed. So not only was you drinking and driving, you were talking on the phone. Not even handless, freeless. Girl. I said, oh, no, 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 no. And he started crying. And, because I was like, oh, shit. You just, I don't know why you said that, but hopefully they don't see it and hopefully they don't use it. But, it's just like, yo, we're going to get through this and we're just going to focus on what we got to focus on. And we'll get through this. You know what I'm saying? She'll be fine. She got her lawyers. That's all she need. You pay that money to save me, pretty much. That's what they for. So, you know what I'm saying? I know. I had to do what I had to do. And bitch, you see me, I ain't in jail. All right, last but not least, I actually thought this actually is longer than I thought it was going to be because this episode wasn't even much. Just a bunch of stuff. I mean, I'll say it wasn't really much. You can't even really focus on one thing because it was like multiple things, right? So we ended with Mia, Tank, and Gordon. Gordon comes to the house. Well, first we see Ink giving the kids popsicles and they're all cute and excited. They're fine. Gordon comes over. Hey, kids. Hey, Dad. Cute and exciting. They're fine. Kids go, let's give us some time to talk, kids. And Mia goes straight into it like, yo, Gordon, we need to tell the kids. So when she said that, I didn't know what she meant, right? So Gordon was like, nope. I told you I don't want to talk about none of that. When you got the cameras around, I'm not going to be part of you and Ink, and I don't want to deal with none of this. Like, that's on you. I don't want to be a part of it. Don't be putting me on camera trying to talk about y'all relationship and on me and my kids. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. I don't want to be part of it. I'm not part of the storyline. Leave me out. And, of course, Mia's like, no, Gordon, I'm trying to, we need to figure this out and this and that. Basically, she wants to it's time to tell the kids that she's in a relationship with Ink. The kids don't know. They just think that he's just mama friend that come over or whatever, I guess. But to tell them that they're actually in a relationship. So I guess that's something that Gordon is trying to stop, or he just don't want to do it on camera, which is understandable and I don't want the kids involved, which is understandable. They are small and they don't need to be knowing all this stuff. Gordon goes in because he's mad now at this point. He going in on Mia and Ink like, Ink, was you committing adultery with my wife while we were still married? Like, Mia was cheating on me with you more than once. And at some point in that cheating, don't you know that she had an abortion because of you? And he was like, no, I didn't know that. And Mia's just sitting there like, Gordon, stop. Gordon, you need to stop. Like, all the stuff you put me through. So she's trying to change the subject. And I'm like, girl, Mia, you need to stop. This is a mess. This is it's not even cute, like, for real. And she think this is cute. I got two mans and the kid, and he think he the daddy, and he the daddy, and I'm just letting them think whatever, because who cares? They're fighting over little old big ass me. Like, girl, you can nip all this in the butt, like you need to, but no, because she has some kind of sympathy, sensitive side to Gordon and his bipolarness, which he looks fine to me, like he's handling everything just fine. Of course, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors or whatever they went through in their past, which she tries to bring up. But, Ink or Mia could answer the question that Gordon was asking them, which was, were you guys committing adultery? Were you were cheating on me? Like, he just wanted to admit it to it because he's like, I don't want to be basically in a room filming with you and your mistress, you know what I'm saying, with the man that's sleeping with my wife. Like, come on now. Don't no other man want to be dealing with that. I don't know. So Gordon just storms off. Conversation is over, and they cannot get this, I mean, I don't know. Save it. The kids don't have to know right now, Mia. Like, honestly, it's still the beginning, right? They don't need to know nothing. Wait. So we'll see where it goes. I don't know. Like I said, Gordon was over it, and he walked away. And that was just pretty much the end of the episode. So we got more to come. This episode wasn't that much, but I got something out of it. You know what I'm saying? I be squeezing a little lemon out of lemonade. And I do talk a little bit. So, but thanks for sticking around, Getting my little thoughts out. Wasn't too much on this one. I guess I'm waiting for Salt Lake City because they got it going. Okay. But anyway, bye, y'all. Salt Lake City season 9.